I think you better tell him exactly how you feel, little lady.
What's this critter trying to say, Cherry?
Well...
Go on.
Now, Bo, don't get mad.
I'll get mad about being...
Now, hold on, cowboy. Little lady's got something to say to you, and you're going to listen to her. You go on.
Bo, I don't want to go to Montana and marry you.
You do, too.
I do not.
Well, anyways, you come to like it in time. I promised you would. Now, we've been through all this before.
But, Bo, I ain't going.
What?
I ain't going. The sheriff here said he'd help me. He said he ain't gonna let me take you no farther. I'm staying here taking this bus back to Kansas City.
You ain't gonna do nothing of the kind.
Bo, I ain't going with you, and that's fine.
Cherry, we was familiar with each other.
Well, that don't mean you gotta marry me.
Why? I ought to take you across my knee and blister your little body.
Don't touch me.
Pay no attention to what she says, mister. Women folk don't know their own minds. Never did.
Don't come here.
You're coming back to Timber Hill with me and you're gonna marry her. You just don't think you like that here now because it's kind of strange. You've never been there. You'll get over them feelings in time. And I ain't taking no for now. You're coming along.
You put the little lady down. Put her down. You ain't gonna take little lady anywhere she don't want to go. You get back through your thick skull. Be with me. This ain't none of your business. It's my business when the little lady asks me for protection.
Is that right, Sheriff? Did you go to the sheriff asking for protection?
Well, yes. I guess I did.
Well, what do you need protection for? From a man that wants to marry you? Because why, Cherry? I said I loved you, didn't I?
I know.
See, I told her I loved her. And I want to marry her. And with a world full of crazy people running around killing each other, you got nothing better to do than stand here and try and keep me from it.
You're just overlooking one important fact.
You're so smart. Tell me what I'm overlooking.
You're overlooking the fact the little lady doesn't love you.
Oh, you're okay. He said you didn't love me, Burge.
Just never mind. Just sit down and relax.
Study beaver. Why don't you ask the little lady for yourself if she loves you?
I ain't gonna do nothing of the kind.
Well, then just take my word for it.
I wouldn't take your word for a cloudy day. She loves me, and I ought to know.
Well, I ain't gonna let you take the little lady anywhere. That's all I got to say about it. So why don't you just go sit down with your partner over there, play a nice quiet game of pinochle, and when the bus leaves, it takes you with it.
Come on, Bo, get over here. Sit down. You got to think things over. I think you got the little lady wrong.
Don't you say nothing against her, Burge.
I'm not saying nothing against her. I just don't think she's that girl that you think she is. Now just sit down and
I
just
don't
relax.
feel like sitting, Burge.
What shall I do with all this food?
Put it back on the stove, man. We'll eat it later.
Little lady, I don't think he'll be bothering you anymore tonight. If he does, Mom's right across the road. You can holler.
Thank you very much.
Elma, you gonna be all right?
Yes, Will.
I won't be home for long.
I don't know why, but I always seem to rest more easily when a sheriff leaves the room.
I think it's awfully unfair that people dislike Will just because he's a sheriff.
But don't you see, my dear, he stands as a symbol of authority, the most dreaded figure of our time. Doctors, teachers, lawyers, judges, I suppose even tax collectors. We take it for granted that they're going to punish us for something we didn't do, or did do.
You said you were a teacher once.
Oh, yes, but I wasn't a very good one. I could never stay in one place for very long. I hated having anyone over me. Deans and presidents and department heads. I could never take orders from anyone without feeling some sort of resentment. Right or wrong, I've always insisted on having my own way.
What am I going to do, Verge?
I don't know what to tell you, Paul, but you gotta quit depending on me. Just sit there and be peaceful.
I can't be peaceful.
Okay, prance around like a panther. Be miserable there.
I just can't believe it.
Can't you believe, Bo?
Oh. No.
Something on your chest that you get it off, Bo.
Well, I never thought that a gal might not love me.
And where else did you teach?
Well, my last position was at one of those revolting little progressive colleges in the East, where they offer a curriculum of what they call functional education. Educators, I am sure, have despaired of ever teaching their students anything, so they have decided the second best thing to do is to understand them. Every day there would be a meeting with everyone on the entire faculty, with whom the students ever came into any contact, from the presidents down to the chambermaids. We put our collective heads together and try to figure out why little Mary or little Jane wasn't getting out of her classes what she should. The suggestion that she simply wasn't studying was far too simple. And if you implied that she didn't have the brains for a college education, you were being undemocratic.
He wasn't disapproved of that college.
Oh, my dear, I've disapproved of my entire life.
Really?
Yes, but I suppose I couldn't resist living it all over again.
Did you resign from that position?
Yeah, one day I decided I had had enough. I blithely walked into the dean's office, and I said, "Sir, I graduated magna cum laude from the University of Chicago. I studied at Oxford on a Rhodes Scholarship. I then returned to take my PhD at Harvard, which I received with highest honor.